Good morning, Spurs fans. It's always better Monday morning when Spurs have won at the weekend, and today's no exception. 2-0 win over West Ham put them firmly back in their place and where they belong, back in the relegation zone, and where hopefully they'll stay. And I say that for a couple of reasons. One, they always think they're rivals to us, that they're like Arsenal and Chelsea, which they're not. And secondly, the disgusting texts and abuse that Heung-min Son had to take from their fans after he scored the goal was just horrible, and just about sums up that club. And I hope that the people that sent those texts are followed up and dealt with, because that was racially horrible what they said to Son. Anyway, just want to comment on today, the 20th of February, is the 83rd birthday of the one and only Jimmy Greaves. And it was lovely to see his wife and his widow and his daughter, and I think his son as well, at the ground yesterday, presenting Harry Kane with the trophy for Harry beating Jimmy's record of 267 goals. It was a lovely occasion. It was nice to see Harry's young kids there as well, acting as mascots for the game. And and the tifo on the south stand looked good as well. Even though a few people didn't put up their cards, you could see gaps in it. It was nice. It was nice. As for the performance, first half, it's kind of what we've come used to for Spurs. Nothing special. Although I know West Ham started very well, could have scored after a couple of minutes with one of their two shots during the game. But we soon took control of the game without actually dominating it. We were making some good moves, especially towards the end of the half when Richarlison had a shot saved, and then Romero headed just over from the corner. Second half, obviously they had the magic potion given to them at half time, because they came out totally different team, put West Ham back on the back foot, wouldn't let them get foothold on the game at all, moved the ball so much quicker, which is what we want to see, quick passing. And and the hero again, he's becoming a cult hero really. It was Emerson Royale. I mean, that goal that he scored, I mean, I tell you, Harry Kane would have been proud of the finish. I mean, that he normally when you get a fullback in that position, he'll close his eyes and lash away at it. It probably ends up in row Z. But I mean, the ball from the ball from Højbjerg, Glenn Hoddle would have been proud of that one, and it's got very little recognition in the press or on the thing. I mean, that was the pass of one of the passes of the season now that I've seen. He completely took out 5 West Ham players, and fair play to Ben Davies for starting the run that Højbjerg saw him and picked him out with the pass. The pass to Royale was perfect, and then came the finish. I mean, he left the goalkeeper completely rooted to the spot with a precision finish, and it was brilliant. And then to put the ball up his jersey when after that, I think it's an indication. I think his partner is expecting, and he was milking it. He really was, you know. And then Romero comes up and gives him a kick up the arse for scoring. You know, that guy's a head case. He really is. I've seen him do that before, slapping people on the head, you know, when they've scored. But good God, he could have injured Royale doing that. But then after that, the Son came on. Literally at the same moment that he came on against Leicester back in September when he got the hat-trick. And within 4 minutes, he started again. Another lovely goal, very well crafted. Harry Kane himself, the double act is back in. They've got the band back together again. I mean, lovely control by Harry. Out-muscled the West Ham centre-back. Precision pass to Son. World-class first touch. Took it away from the entire West Ham defence and bang, back at the net. 2-0. He's back. And you can see the Koreans in the crowd going mad. It was so nice for them to see their hero scoring, you know. So after that, it was containment. West Ham never threatened. They had one shot just after the first goal, which was comfortably saved by Fraser Foster, who must be wondering that this is an easy job, this playing for Tottenham at home after the last couple of games that he's had. And it was, all in all, it was a very, very good second half performance. And if we can just keep doing that now for slightly longer, do it for 90 minutes now, we'll need to against Chelsea. Bad and all as they are at the minute, Chelsea have a very good record against us, and we can't let them start their revival next Sunday. So we need to continue the upwards form. If we play like that, play the second half form against Chelsea, I think we will beat them because their confidence must be very, very low at the moment. And great to see such a big crowd at the game yesterday, 61,000. And although I think it was only in the second half that the crowd really got going, when they really had something to shout about. And it's we've now got a week to prepare for Chelsea, and then it's a very important 2 weeks coming up, because after Chelsea on the Wednesday, we've got Sheffield United away in the FA Cup, which I think most people will agree is our best chance of winning something this season. And the Sheffield United are going through a bad patch at the moment, but no doubt they'll be up for that game. Then I think we've got Wolves away, and Wolves are going through a dodgy patch as well. And then we've got the big one, the second leg against AC Milan, which myself and half the Irish fans are going over to. So please don't let us down. We're going along. We're travelling a long way to see you, lads, and we want a positive result. I'm sure we will get it. I think we'll be too good for AC Milan. They weren't that great in the first game. We were just poor. So that's about it for now. And we're going to have a very interesting few weeks, top four-wise. Liverpool are now starting to show some signs of revival, and if they win their 2 games in hand, they'll be right up behind us. Chelsea, well, hopefully can put them near the relegation zone and the European places next Sunday when we beat them. And it's really a case now of trying to keep on the coattails of the unmentionables down the road. Man City, who should be top but aren't, thanks to an incredible miss by Erling Haaland, and Manchester United, who are playing very well, although then